What's up, throttle family? Back here once again in the old hunt quarters. Gonna do a little install today. As you guys know, the WRX-7's off at paint, and I've got some other work to do around the shop. Many of you guys know that we're giving away this 2005 WRX to one of our lucky VIP members in the coming weeks, and we've got a slew of parts to put on it. One of those things is a Mishimoto aluminum radiator and silicone hoses, so we're going to go ahead and make those upgrades today. We also have a sway bar for the car, so I'm going to see about potentially putting that sway bar on today as well. We'll see how far we get with the radiator, but it just makes sense when we pull the under tray off to sort of do that at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and tackle that stuff today. We're going to bring you guys along for the ride. Here we go. Before I introduce the new product to you guys that we're going to install on the car, we're going to go ahead and get this under tray removed. We need a gun and a flathead screwdriver to remove the plastic clips. We're gonna go ahead and do that now. Once we get that off, we'll lay out the radiator and the new silicone hoses and show you guys what we're gonna be installing. All right, so while that thing's finishing draining, we're gonna go ahead and take a look. Why does the train always gotta come when I'm filming? Disrespectful. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the new parts that we're gonna be putting on the car today. This here is the aluminum radiator that we purchased through throtl. It is a Mishimoto brand. We've got that we're gonna put in today. It has all the provisions on it for the factory fan shroud to bolt on and to slide into place. Has factory intake and exhaust for the coolant, and a fancy little radiator cap. So we'll go ahead and install that. We're going to put the old fans on the back of the new radiator, and we've got this nice set of hoses from Grimspeed. They are gracious enough to send these over for us to install. They have 4 brand new clamps, worm gear clamps, which will suit this quite nicely. And the black shiny hoses is always a plus in my opinion. I think it looks way better than the flat stock hoses. So nice little upgrade for this car, help keep it run cool, and set up the new owner for some nice upgrades down the road, so they can rest assured that it's the cooling system's in place when they get it. So we're gonna go ahead and get this stock radiator out and remove the fans and start putting them onto this one. That's called barf water. That's what barf water looks like.
That is gross. This is
why you clean out your radiator reservoir once in a while, so you don't have barf water.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the new radiator. We're going to go ahead and install all of our OE parts back onto it. Did you unplug that too? Because I didn't.
I thought you did.
Nah, I thought you did. Rip. Yeah, so if you're installing a Mishimoto radiator into your 05 and up WRX, make sure you have some M6 1.0s on in the toolbox, because the radiator did not come with hardware that I saw, and we did need it to mount these fans. So if you don't have it, you won't be able to finish this job without running to the hardware store. You guys are probably wondering why I'm rinsing out the overflow bottle, and this is exactly why. See this crud that just came out of the bottom? I don't even know what that is. It's some sort of dirt mixed with old coolant, but it's disgusting. And what happens is, because your coolant system, or most coolant systems, are meant to purge and take fluid from this tank as an overflow, you're basically pumping that crap back into your coolant system every time it sucks from here. Effectively just putting that stuff into your radiator and in your engine. So these tanks are usually always easily removable from majority of cars. All the cars I've ever worked on, they're fairly easy to take out. It's probably a good time, just if you do an oil change or coolant flush, to just pull this out, rinse it out. You can go crazy in brake parts cleaner or whatever, or not brake parts clean, but any type of chemical to clean it out. Brake parts clean might affect the overall longevity of the plastic, but just rinse it out. Get the crap out of the bottom. Got the whole bottom of the car buttoned up. Bottom radiator hose is on. Fans are plugged in. Pretty much ready to go. Went ahead and secured the under tray again. We did have a little bit of oil seepage from the drain plug and the oil filter, so I went ahead and tightened those up. Nothing major, but definitely not something I wanted to leave alone. So I went ahead and tightened that stuff up, kind of gave a good wipe down underneath the car with some brake parts cleaner and a few rags. Definitely well within spec for what we're doing with the car. Went ahead and wiped down basically everything, that way we can keep an eye on it. If there are any oil leaks, we can identify them a lot easier next time, but I think we should have it licked. Anyway, we're gonna put this thing on the ground and put some coolant back in it and get her fired up.
Do it.
All right.
The new radiator is in underneath our parent cooling panel. We still got the cap off because we are going to fill it up. We've got the new Grimspeed upper radiator hose and lower radiator hoses in. We've gone ahead and routed a new overflow line because the old one was not the right length, because the neck is in a different place on the Mishimoto Radiator. So we've gone ahead and doctored that up a little bit. But yeah, time to get some coolant in her. Alright, so we went ahead and topped off the coolant, got it up to temperature, got all the air bubbles out. Looks like we nailed it on the first try on this one. No leaks, everything looks good, everything's tight. And the only thing left to do now is to take her for a little rip on the street and make sure that the temperatures are in a good place, and I think we did a nice job on this one. So next episode, we're probably going to go ahead and do the front lower sway bar. We're going to go ahead and sign off today. Mishimoto radiator install, Grimspeed upper and lower radiator hoses installed, and now we're on to the next thing. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for subscribing to our channel. Thanks for liking our videos. Thanks for commenting. We appreciate it all. Love from the throtl family. Peace out.